Let me say right off the bat, the first thing, one thing that I can't stand is zombies. I don't like zombie flicks. I don't like zombie. I don't do The Walking Dead. I don't I don't fool with any of that, and I don't like crap that takes place in the woods. So y'all know Roanoke was a no for me. Unfortunately, Apocalypse looks like it's about to go that direction, but for some small reason, I think Ryan is going to hold me in, and I'm going to tell you why.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie.
I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it.
Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What,
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 8, episode 1 of American Horror Story. This is American Horror Story Apocalypse. And as I was saying, I don't like stuff about zombies. I just think it's just so mundane and just so. And that's it. So, immediately when I heard that it was going to be the title of the season was Apocalypse, I'm like, this is going to be some bullshit. And I think I'm going to end up checking out the way that I did with Roanoke. But never to worry. There's some other things that are wrapped into this, and I think I'm already kind of hooked as to see which way Ryan actually goes with this. So, first thing first, it's the end of the world. Or this is what everybody's belief. It's the end of the world. There's these explosions, and of course we all know if there is a nuclear explosion, nobody wins because the radiation is going to fuck us all up. Period. There is no winners. I don't even know why we even have nukes because nobody wins. You're going to shoot us, we're going to shoot you. It's just going to be a wrap. So it's just so useless and so senseless, but whatever. So this is what's actually going on. We actually see the rich being moved out. It's kind of focusing in on this whole, the MGM family. You see the wife of the executive of MGM. She's being played by Joan Collins. So you got her grandson, then you actually see this other broad, and I'm thinking that she's a member of the family too, her and her assistant, and she literally double crosses her husband and lets him know, remember that clause we got? You're not going to make it, we're leaving you. You can date other people now. I think she might have been his, I don't think they were married, I think they were fiancés. But whatever, she just gave him some lame bullshit. I'm leaving you, as gotta go. No honor amongst thieves. They all make this quick escape because the people, people were going crazy. It was mayhem, and they had to make a quick get out of there. They are flying and literally find out in the process of them flying, there's like all this turbulence, and that's because the bomb actually had hit. And they look, and there is no pilot. It's like on automatic pilot. This is some money that had actually been paid already. There's all these conspiracy theories and all that, but there was this money that was already paid. It was they were being taken off to a safe place, and it was people who paid like tons and tons of money is who was there, and then there were these special people who were actually there. So we see this other, like right 45 minutes before the bomb actually hits, we actually see a family being separated out. Just a regular Joe Schmo family. Government shows up, and they're like taking the one son, Timothy. They're taking him because something had happened, and they are taking him because of his genetic makeup. And they won't take the other son. They said we know what his makeup is because he submitted DNA to an ancestry online thing, and they had his DNA, and it said that his DNA says that he is best to survive, and that's it. The rest of the family was going to perish, and they saved him. So that was a whole mess. So he gets taken to the place. Well, he gets taken to like a bunker first, and then he ends up being transported off to the same place as the MGM family. In the bunker, he actually meets this girl, Emily. Emily was actually in jail. She was like at a girl's, like, she was a bad kid, and something, they had taken her DNA, and the doctors had submitted it, and she had whatever the genetic makeup was, of whoever it was these people were looking for. They get delivered, okay? They get there. First thing they meet our girl, honey. She's standing up there, baby. Her name is Wilhelmina. The Noble. Was it the Noble? I think it's the Noble. Something like that. Or Venable. Venable. Something like that. Wilhelmina V is what I'm gonna call her. And the place is called Outpost 3, okay? And she goes through a real quick rundown of who she is. She is basically the right arm of the cooperative. She is the face. She is the go-between. The cooperative is who basically is like the new government, because the regular government has crashed. They no longer exist. The cooperative are a collection of the greatest minds in the world. Okay, and she is the go-between for the most part, and then she has her own little staff. So you see her, and then you also see our other girl who's there with her, and I got right away that the two of them seem to have some type of little bulldogging thing going on. I said, okay. So I right away was like, I don't trust them too. Something ain't right with them. But anyway, they start telling them about tell Emily and Timothy that they are purples, what they call the purples. They're the elite, the worthy, those who were chosen to survive. And then they talk about the grays. And as they were bringing Emily and Timothy in, you saw two of what would be the grays being shot in the head and literally killed. They went out onto the grounds, which meant they were contaminated. So they did. We got this whole zombie thing going on, but we ain't seen no zombies yet. Okay, so they were executed, and they were told early on, this is what happens. You go out there, baby, you will be executed. Ain't nobody playing with you. You become contaminated. We ain't got you to do. The Greys are basically slaves, is what they are. They're slaves. So they get them in there. They get to telling them, this, that, thing, and the other. This is what goes on. You do what we tell you to do, and everything will be fine. You don't, you'll be gone. So they told them, put these clothes on. They're like, well, put this shit on. And it's all really old fashions, like old, like period pieces. It's all the whole Gone with the Wind thing. It has this whole thing. Everything's being brought back to the beginnings. Because that's what they're like, this is the end. And she's like, no, it's the beginning. And everything literally went back to like colonial days. It's how they didn't have like actual lights. They got candle light and all of this kind of stuff going on. So they go in, and it's like a weird thing, because there's some things that are very, very updated and some things that really aren't. Because they actually have electricity. They have electricity, but they ain't got the lights on all like that. Weird. Running water and all of that. Where the running water coming from? Well, I'm not going to go pick it apart like that, but whatever. Okay. So they tell them to put these clothes on, and they also tell them right away, no intermingling, honey. Because if we found that you've intermingled, it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be a problem. You're going to be done away with. But anyway, so this is the part that caught me. Timothy was taking a shower. He got out of the shower. There's steam everywhere. And in his mirror, there was 666 written on the mirror. And there was this whisper that said, beware. I said, oh, what's up in here, honey? There's either some type of witch, something going on, or there's some devil shit going on. Because, of course, demons go back to way before man. So I'm interested to see what that whole thing is about. I said, okay, Ryan, I'm going to hang in there with you for this reason alone. The 666 in the mirror is why James is sticking with this, because I was watching and I was like, I'm going to watch this shit. I am not going to watch this. I'm not going to do it. I didn't watch Walking Dead and I'm not going to watch this shit. Honey, the 666 in the mirror said, let me see what's going on. Anyway, so they go to dinner. And child, dinner is nothing but a square of look like Jello. And they're like, we have like 18 months worth of food and we could sustain and this, that, thing, and the other. So then something had happened. There was this carrier pigeon that brought a message, and the message actually let them know that the other little outposts, that like they were being knocked off and this kind of thing. And just things weren't right. Everything wasn't right, and that things are looking very bleak. So they're sitting there, and there's like, okay, so in the thing, you got the MGM family, you got Emily, and you got Timothy. You have a lady that is a talk show host that's kind of like an Oprah type of chick. You got a gay couple, white guy to black guy. And let's see, who else? I think that's about it. And then there's just the help and all of that. Okay. So they get this alert. They're saying somebody has went outside the grounds, and the radiation in the room is something's going on. Somebody's contaminated. So they go around the table, and there's a person that's picked. It's the one guy, the white guy from the gay couple, and actually he came up radioactive. And also the MGM, her grandson came up. So they took him, they scrubbed him down real bad with these brushes and all of this stuff. And then they went on there like clean, dirty. So the guy from the couple, he was the one that was dirty. And he's like, oh, I can't go through that brushing again. She said, don't worry, you won't have to. Kathy Bates' character, honey, don't worry, you won't have to. Boom, and shot his ass in the head, honey. And everything is always, I said, and we found out later that she has a military background. And I kind of thought so, because she's like just walking around here doing all these executions. I said, this is a mess. So took him on out, and that was that. Next thing you know, we actually see them having another dinner, like later on. And of course, the black guy, who is actually the other half of that couple, he's like having a fit. He just is not happy. And then they're having this hot dinner this night. Gravy, some type of chicken with gravy. And they're like, where the hell you get chicken? And everything's dead and everything's contaminated. Where'd chicken come from? We have special resources. And as they're eating, baby, he ends up going off. He's like, why does this look like a finger, honey? And then he's like, this is Stu. It's him. It's Stu. He went off, honey. And Joan Carlos was like, I don't really care who it is, honey. It's just delectable. Honey, she over there eating down. I said, I messed. He's like, you're all cannibals. All of you, you're cannibals. This, that, and the other. So he's going off and he's having a fit. So they get through all that and they're like, why would they, if he was contaminated, why would they be eating with us and be eating him if he's contaminated? They're here to help us. So they're like, everybody's like, he's like, I don't trust nobody. This is bullshit. Little bit before that, we actually had seen the two of them, like I told you, the Kathy Bates character and old girl, Miss Wilhelmina, honey. I told you they got a little bulldog and something going on, honey. And they were like, they are not truthful at all. All of it is a lie. They're not really a part of the not doing things the way that they were supposed to be doing them. They have their own rules. They're not really following the cooperative's rules. And they're enjoying the lie and manipulating the people and all of this. And everything they did and are doing is very strategic, like the fact that they put Timothy and Emily together. And you see everybody else, like, you get a spurt where there's like 18 months go by, and you see, and they just feeding them. It's like they're like feeding them bull crap and lies. And like 18 months goes by, they have been thinking that somebody's coming to save them. 18 months go by, anybody came. Then they're like, we're going to have to cut the food in half. We're only going to eat once a day. A mess. So they're doing all this. And they are enjoying all the strategies that they have in place. And that's what Wilhelmina had told good old Kathy Bates' character. The only thing matters is us, honey. It's just us. I don't care. And all of this. So a little bit after that, they get this alert. Somebody has come through the gates, honey. And here is this man, this Mr. Langenden. And he is part of the cooperative. And he comes and he says, she's like, well, I run the place. Wilhelmina's like, I run the place here. Kathy Bates' character was left outside with his horse. He had these beautiful black horses. He came in there looking like Dracula. And when he did, he walked in. I was like, child, he's giving me Dracula. I said, look at him, honey. He looked just like he was from the Interview with Vampire. But he was like, yeah, child, she shot the horses. As you can see, the horses were contaminated. Their eyes was all bugged out, had cancer or whatever. It was terrible. Shot the horses, and then something drugged the horses into the bushes, baby, and ate the horses up, honey. I said, okay, here we go with the zombies. Here we go. And he comes in and he tells her, she said, I'm running the place. And he's just looking at her. She said, you're looking at me like you don't believe that I run the place. He's like, no, I don't. It's not that. I've come here from the cooperative. You know, all the other outposts are gone. There's only one other one, and it has everything where it can sustain for a whole decade. And she's like, oh, so you're coming to take us there? And he says, no, I came here to basically pick and choose who is worthy of going to the other facility. I could take all of you, or I could take none of you. I said, oh, Lord, here we go. And that's basically where we broke off. Now, I was kind of disappointed because usually our first episode is usually like at least an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. And it wasn't this time. It was just 1 hour. But this is where we're at. I'm not going to sit here and go on and say I'm so happy because I'm not. I'm not. I believe it's going to be a zombie story. But there's something a little extra in there, and that's what's going to hold me. So until next week, you guys. Brian did a good job of just capturing me, though. We did throw something in there to capture me, to make me stay for a while. So we'll see what happens. All right, you guys. I'll catch y'all next Wednesday. Later. Hey, guys. Before I let you go, I want you to go and subscribe to my other channel, which is Spillitboy TV. There's more programming that's going to be coming, more things that I'm going to be dropping that are actually going to be over on that side, and you don't want to miss out. So go over to Spillitboy TV, get yourself subscribed, click the notifications bell so you'll know whenever I drop something over on that side, and you will get it. You don't want to be missing out, y'all. Catch y'all later.